Very good evening, welcome along. This is Grampian Hospital Radio. As you heard, my name is Kenny Carroll. I'm here for the next 2 hours keeping you company. Yeah, if it wasn't bad enough that you're stuck in hospital, you've now got me on the radio keeping you company. Now, if that's not an incentive to get out of hospital and back home with family and friends, I don't know what is.
Lie back, relax, and turn up the volume. For the past 40 years, Grampian Hospital Radio has played a pivotal role in aiding recovery for hospital patients across Aberdeen.
Hi, my name is Nicholas Jackson, and I'm a part-time volunteer presenter on GHR. I've been presenting on the station for the past 2 years, taking listeners back in time on the GHR Retro Chart Show every Sunday morning. But to coincide with the station's 40th anniversary, let's rewind time even further back to the station's origins. How did GHR begin? What's it like being a volunteer? Is hospital radio still relevant today? This is GHR's story. This is the sound of solid gold.
This is the sound of solid gold.
Founded in January 1981, with the first broadcast even taking place in a blizzard, Grampian Hospital Radio is Aberdeen's leading hospital radio station, broadcasting a dedicated 24-hour radio service to the patients of Aberdeen Royal Infirmary, Roxburgh House and their maternity hospital. But how long have some presenters been involved with the station, as many have come and gone during its first 40 years? I asked the station's jack-of-all-trades presenter John Graham about his experience with the station.
So, John, tell me, when did you first discover GHR and how long have you been involved?
Yeah, well, I discovered GHR in the 80s, would you believe? I work as a nurse within the hospital, so I was aware of Grampian Hospital Radio with me being a nurse. And I always was interested in local radio, and I always thought myself of giving it a go of being a presenter. So I decided to make some inquiries, and that was, I've been a member of Grampian Hospital Radio since 1989, so I've been a member for quite a number of years, and I really enjoy it.
There are many programs on Grampian Hospital Radio covering a wide variety of music genres ranging from country and pop to rock and classical, and specialist programs like the GHR Album Show, the Daily Breakfast Show and John's programs The Slice in the 70s Show, hosted on Thursday and Saturday afternoons. But perhaps the most popular program on the station, the GHR Request Show, provides the patients of Aberdeen's hospitals with the chance to take over the airwaves with the music they want to hear, whether it's for themselves or their loved ones who are in hospital. The Request Show is also considered particularly prestigious for volunteers, as request collecting provides a unique insight into the patient's music tastes. But perhaps in regards to the GHR Request Show, it's the patients who take centre stage, with the playlist determined entirely by their texts, phone calls and emails. But with a wide range of requests spanning modern chart hits to timeless classics, has the music had an effect on patients themselves?
So, thank you very much, Kenny, for agreeing to do this for my documentary, The Sound of Solid Gold. So, have you perhaps noticed the music having a certain effect on patients?
Oh, yeah, most definitely. It's amazing how, I always describe in my show, music is like a time machine. That you could be transported back somewhere with just with a song. You can suddenly be trying to ask that girl out at the disco, at your school disco. You could be the first dance at your wedding, something like that. It's amazing, and I think that has a great effect on patients. It can really build them up again, just got a little bit of happiness coming in, because being stuck in hospital is a rather mundane, boring place.
Of course.
And just being able to hear one of your favourite songs, I think has got a fantastic thing for patients.
Throughout its 40 years of broadcasting, there is no denying that technology has evolved and advanced, resulting in a noticeable shift in methods of broadcasting on GHR and hospital radio in general. In GHR's first year on air in 1981, vinyl continued its dominance as the most popular form of music consumption, before CDs came along in 1982 and ultimately overtook records in popularity in 1988. Today, alongside the voices of volunteers, GHR operates an automated jukebox on their computerized Myriad playout system. Alongside this, the listeners can tune into GHR from anywhere in the world thanks to the new GHR app, launched earlier this year to mark the station's 40th anniversary. But in the digital age of streaming services, where music can be listened to at practically the push of a button, is hospital radio still relevant?
Do you feel that hospital radio is still relevant today compared to roughly 20 years ago?
I think radio's changed quite considerably in the last 20 years, and we've seen a lot of pop-up radio stations, but we've still got our community of patients that we broadcast to. You've got to think of the target audience, and our target audience is very much the patients within Aberdeen Royal Infirmary, Aberdeen Maternity Hospital, in Roxburgh House and the Royal Aberdeen Children's Hospital. And we provide, I suppose, a unique service to them by broadcasting. It's a real privilege to broadcast, and we normally go around request collecting as well, but unfortunately, due to the COVID pandemic, that's just not been possible. So we've been trying to engage with our listeners a few other ways as well. And it's really that interaction that's so important, and you feel so much better when you actually hear your name on the radio as well.
But what's perhaps most impressive about GHR is in fact its longevity on air. GHR is not, in fact, a paid service, as it is completely free and has managed to sustain itself financially since 1981 by receiving funds donated by the public. Grampian Hospital Radio is a registered charity under the Scottish Charity Regulator, meaning their day-to-day operations are entirely funded by donations. During the COVID-19 pandemic, GHR's dedicated committee of volunteers have ensured that fundraising continues to benefit the station, and this has been possible thanks to a wide range of successful events, such as an Easter raffle to win a bouquet of chocolate, a summer raffle held in August 2021, and the GHR Music and Entertainment Quiz Nights, with the August raffle raising a total of £422.50 to help keep the station on air.
It is clear that even 40 years after first broadcasting in 1981, and in the face of major technological and social changes, Grampian Hospital Radio is still a very much respected and appreciated radio service with an aim as relevant as ever to aid patients' recovery through music. GHR ultimately represents that music is what feelings sound like, and, for the patients in the northeast of Scotland, it'll always be a friend at your bedside and truly was, is, and always will be the sound of solid gold.
The greatest hits ever and the Granite City's best music choice. Grampian Hospital Radio.